Sneakiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation and Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on another SEC rival, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. Inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Sooners offense will get the first swing of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Gives it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Fires one high and deep. It's a big stride inside the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! You want to make sure this Boomer Sooner crowd gets it going early. That is one way to get it done.
And we get to break out the Sooner schooner. The wagon gets to come out. Everybody gets jacked up. Everybody gets excited. Oklahoma has an electric atmosphere. And when these fans get involved early like this, good luck.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Missouri Tigers offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change. And some curveballs for this defense.
So let's talk here for just a second about Missouri. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range that people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it...
There he goes! And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the marker. And the Tigers are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. To the air, it's Mateer. He's got him. Still running up the 40. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. That big play has them in business. First and 10 inside the 20. They'll move the tight end. Run in the red zone, it's Robinson. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. If we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. Rush is on him. Got a man. It's Hardy. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Second down, he'll throw it. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Here's the pressure. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Now second and 10. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gibson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. They're going to stay competitive, and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year. Then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Hardy. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Wants to throw on 3rd down. That's reeled in. It's Hardy. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. First play of the period, 1st down here. To the air on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. That's caught. It's Hardy. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on. Stop is made at the 6, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Caught near the sticks. It's Hardy. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And there's so many targets to focus on and so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He lost one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Sooners decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. These guys scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Now a chance to really dig their way out of this hole.
Yeah, and it's complimentary football, right? Offense doing their job.
It's a running room. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little.
Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Going with the ground game left. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Looking for a crease. It's Ott. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. The Sooners will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Now on the return. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Manning. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up 3rd down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's going to run it. He breaks his tackle. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The defense calls a timeout, and that's their last one of the half. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Manning. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Instead of opting for the chip shot field goal attempt and tying the game, these guys want to take the lead. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Tigers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Hauled out. Turner to start us on the next drive. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. To throw, it's Mateer. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Roberts. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Roberts. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Roberts. Breaks into the open. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Absolutely perfect. Lead now 7 here in the third quarter. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
The Sooners will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Lost to fire on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll give it to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down, it's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass on second down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. They only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
Offense gets set for second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Here they come on 4th and short from the 50. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer. And how about the conversion, the big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets it to him on the screen. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
Under fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. He's looking to pass. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking to throw, it's Batir. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Still on his feet at the 45. All kinds of room to the right. He's at the top, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
He'll start the return inside the spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Throws to the tight end. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to quit the field position with the return. On the move, it's Ott. Makes a man miss. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to pass. It's Mateer. Going for 6. Touchdown Sooners! They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
And you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got Laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The snap sets up the throw. Immediately fires to the middle. And he's knocked down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Here we go, set. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a third and long. To the air, it's Mateer. Unleashes one deep. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Going right to work up top. Got a man. It's Manning. Oh, he's got some space. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Snap in the shotgun. Makes the catch. It's Manning. And they're able to get him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Quick completion on the out route. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Makes the grab on the left. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Manning. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. The returner will field it and bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
They want that clock to run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up 3rd down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
The Sooners line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his man. It's Johnson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Under fire. Snagged out of the air. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
With the catch, it's Jones. A defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. The Tigers have a lot of options on second and inches. Back to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Jones. There he goes. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Hey, and you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Wide out, trying to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Now 2nd and goal, and Wright sneaks it in.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Did you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Touchdown Sooners! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing. They're going to get him for grounding. So the intentional grounding call will be a loss of down, and now it's fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great. The home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments they can jump up and bite you.
Thanks so much